Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hope y'all having a great day. We're here for Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. This game is a wee bit intense, not in the way that most games are traditionally intense, but I highly recommend headphones for the experience. Basically, it uses a technology that pushes it's binaural. It goes back and forth through your headphones, and so I won't spoil exactly what it is, but I would just suggest headphones. So let us get into it. This is a beautiful game. It's a strong tale about overcoming your past and your demons and
a little bit of mental health.
Mental health, yeah, for sure. Absolute. It's one of the most intense experiences I've ever had.
Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. Feel you coming.
Quiet. Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in hell high.
Look, up ahead. You see it too?
You promised you gave me.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
It's them. They're here.
Can you see them?
The Northmen being the Vikings before they were called Vikings.
Look around and you will see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
You can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you. They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her.
she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
I have a constant running dialogue in my head all the time. Not necessarily this level like this, but I can't imagine it amplified. How horrible an existence.
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
All right, Senua, let's do it.
Focus. Look closer. Look.
Do not forget my story, Senua, because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the river of knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
So, these are rune stones right there, the carvings, rock carvings. Used to be done in a lot of the Scandinavian countries and Irish, that Scotland presumably also.
They're coming. You can't do it, girl.
Darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves was right. What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost.
Where are you? I hear you.
He's there, you know it.
There's no doubt about
He's
it.
lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim,
You'll never find him. They're called
and the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Dillian.
What is she doing?
I love Senua's character design. Look at her. She's a bat. Look at that walk.
Doing this for him. She wants to rescue him.
She's got that strut.
He's dead.
Even when she's running, she's still like, she's imposing. I was talking about it when I was playing The Last of Us too.
Bridge to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim.
Yeah.
Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim, and that is where you must travel.
Even there in that little sequence, they were like reflecting the voice and distorting the voice in the background.
You have to tell them. Are you scared? You should be scared. So brave. Just drop down. Honestly, not safe. Stop! Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
So when you hear like the voice with like the reverb and like slight distortion on it, that's Senua's inner voice, like her actual voice, what she's trying to say.
He's going to hurt you. It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Don't listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Ruth? Is that you?
Around you now.
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Druth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell.
Druth.
Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
Use your eyes. Use your eyes. Come closer. She can't focus.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
He's not moving. You'll find it. You'll never find it.
Okay, so I have to find a right there.
It's near. Look towards the gate.
There it is.
And the gate will open.
The strong magical powers of the runes.
Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It worked.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen. Learned their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
So we're a group of picked warriors, I think, if I remember correctly.
She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When
Which is an
are
Irish
always
tribe.
here. I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend
Whoa.
it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
God, I really hate that.
The world of the
Especially
dead
on the
is ruled
heights.
by
I have
the
a
gi- The world
fear
of the
of
dead
heights.
is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
So I'm essentially making my way into Norse hell, essentially, because Hela is the goddess of hell. It's interesting that self-slaughter is also like not good in Norse mythology.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
How do I...
Too slow.
There we go. Oh my god, what the fuck? I can't hurt them.
Behind you! A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her.
Stop,
All
Senua,
of her
stop.
suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, so the rot will creep up your arm every time you die. And if the rot reaches her head, it's a permadeath. Everything restarts and Senua fails on her journey. All progress will be lost. I've not got to that point. I would hope never to get to that point. That would be a bummer, but I like the mechanics.
That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
Hell yeah, Senua. God, I love her.
He's not breathing.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
To Dillian.
To his soul. It won't open.
Won't she get through it?
Why won't it open?
Why can't she? She needs to challenge the gods.
She has to fight two gods first.
Suther.
Two gods?
Two gates.
Who'll she choose first?
One of them will kill her, I know it.
She's going to die. Uh-oh.
Which one will she challenge first?
Be very careful, Senua.
Choose a gate, Senua.
Surt, the fire giant, has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind. And the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. He was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
Senua, we each walk these lands gazing towards different horizons, some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
Amen, Senua.
Fires. Giant. Suns. Keep going.
Oh, fucker.
It's nearly over.
Yes, Senua. I've been playing Elden Ring, so I keep pressing circle to dodge. Can I change that? Sorry, can I remap that? Yes, I can. Yes, queen. Circle. Whoops. Controls. I want evade to become... fast strike. There we go.
I can still smell it. A sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. Do you hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Follow the screams.
One more control I need to fix. Run.
Are they screaming?
Okay, so now I just need to find...
Are they screaming?
Is it right there?
Screams will help you. Screaming. Sacrifice. The screams towards the rooms are important. Follow the screams. Focus. No.
Follow this. There it is. I was just looking at the wrong goddamn pole.
The path to Helheim is sealed to the living, but you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened.
All right, y'all. Let's see how we do.
When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of, I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
This looks like a fight circle right here. Look at that fairy, boy. Better watch out for me. Son of a bitch. Boy.
Finish this.
And she just struts off. She's such a badass.
When you see a fire gate of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
It's there. There it is. Focus. The subtleties.
There we go.
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
It's a valid point.
What's happening? Where's the fire gone? Where's it gone? The fire's disappeared. The buyer. Cert is through there.
He's waiting for her. You can't get through. How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Truth said.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
Okay, good to know. That sounds like it'll be a fun time for us.
Another gate. Another gate.
She needs to find it.
Another fire sacrifice.
Another fire
Another
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
It's too far.
She'll never find it. She'll never make her back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
I like that about this game and Ragnarok is that they actually like tell you about the mythology of the religion that they've chosen to base their games around,
The Northmen made
or group
fire
of people or
sacrifices,
whatever.
burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes. But they just screamed like helpless pigs.
God, it scared me last time too.
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me! I am alone.
I find another shield now.
The
Here's another
Northmen
piece
believe
of
that the world
lore.
will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
Aye, men try to be above fate. What's destined to happen must be. Guess I probably gotta go through that door in front of me, huh? Oh, maybe not. I certainly hear fire. Dagas.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness.
Unyo.
I come from Erin, Senua,
I can't remember.
where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things. Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
Runyo. Yeah, I can't remember, I guess. Rytho sounds right too. Oh. I almost was like, hey, I found it. It's the fucking one that's on the door. Like, yep, you did. Oh, the fire. Traces of fire right there. Her outfit is awesome. Yeah, look at all these people they would light on fire, huh? It's crazy. Well, people do a lot of crazy shit for their gods. They burn people, killing the firstborn. Countless wars and atrocities all the time throughout history. Real gods. Oh fuck. Senua. Oh, son of a bitch.
Finish this! End it now! She's ready. Remember your training. Find out your position!
What a nightmare, dude, to have someone come to your village and burn it down.
Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the cry!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
This guy died holding on to his butt. See? Hold your butts. Hold on to your butts. Oh, these wind chimes. They're nice. And strong. The people in cages just fucking lit on fire. Holy shit. I wonder how many times you do have to die for the permadeath feature to kick off.
Tell me truth. How did you
Okay.
escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Cert. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. A fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
Didn't it start? Oh, right there. Jeez, with criminities. Oh, it's the other way. Mirror image. Okay, so I still have, or did I get all of them? No, I still have one more. Yeah.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called
Here.
Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Cert will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
Probably over by that tower I climbed earlier, I bet you. I have to go over there and climb it again. Oh, nope, surprisingly not. Never mind, yeah, I have to go back up there, pretty sure. This is a crazy fire. Imagine seeing that in the distance. Maybe I'm not supposed to be up here. That scared me. Okay, so it's not up there. Well, that's not giving it to me at all. What the fuck? I guess it must be in the tower. I should have known. It could be fire on the ground. There's a lot of things. I'm always looking for like structural. Like buildings and shit. Right there. No? Okay. Alright, so yeah, I was in the right spot, just... Alrighty. Down the ladder. And here we go through the gate.
Senua, if I can survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness, then so can you.
Run through the fire. Keep running. Go on. Nothing will stop. Run, Senua. Run.
She's dying.
It's him. It's him. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from you.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
The blood of Surt and take his mark, and I will change you from the world and forever be in your debt.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now!
Let's go, boy. Oh, shit. Oh shit.
Focus. Focus now. Focus. It's the only way.
Oh, focus.
Don't go near him. He's too
every battle won, a greater battle takes its place. And so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep
I die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have. To find your answers. Your quest. Your truth.
Back to that first room.
Was a troubled man, a scholar turned slave. They tortured him, took him with them on their raids, drove him to madness, spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds, to my world. Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. His tales of hell were true. Then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him, until she too could see what he saw.
Oops. Is that the first one I came through? Yeah. Back up this way. I should. Sorry to do this again.
Have you ever died before? It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again. Senua has died before, and she will do so again. You can be sure of that.
I love this game. Look at that door, it's fancy. Alright. I didn't really even realize that focus was a combat mechanic. last time.
Behind you!
Okay, there are.
You're close!
Oh shit.
The gate won't open.
She can't get through. She
Why
must go
not?
to the gate.
She can't.
Why?
She's only done one test.
Just one.
She's only passed one test.
What's the other test? Is there another one?
There must be. The gate won't open.
Ruth said Valraven. Valraven. Dark.
Valraven, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valraven and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of
That little
darkness,
side hop is such a good
and all his
animation.
sons and grandsons were dark after him.
When she like
Of
side
his daughters
shuffles.
and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Oh, Father. Odin. Obsessed with knowledge. I guess evidently in an attempt to stop Ragnarok, huh? Afraid of his own time. Mortality's a hard thing to deal with. The fact that it all ends for all of us. It drives you to crazy places.
a wall. It's a door. No, it's a bridge. No, it's not. Pushes. Push it, push it. What do you think will happen? Come on. You idiot. Come on. She did it. She did it. She did it.
It's nice when they're supportive of me. The voices.
Illusion hides the path to Valravn. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
Ah, that magic through the portal there.
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? But once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there.
Amen, Senua. Reality is often hard to deal with.
However hard she tried, begged. This is the price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
God, I love the little comments about I love when the voices tell me. It makes me actually wonder, because God of War had that same kind of thing with Atreus. Oh shit. I use my focus to take the biggest threat there instead of trying to take one or two of them. Ow, you fucker.
over. Finish it.
Good work, Senua.
The Northmen will not stop her. She will find what she's looking for.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens.
This chair makes my
break
butt
his
numb.
magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth.
Look how much it's changed.
You see that fucker up there?
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
I swear that was actually him a second ago.
Something's shifted. Something's happened. Something's shifted. Can you feel it?
Did that little gate even have anything to do with this time, or was that just a red
It's like
red herring?
crossing into another world that looks the same but feels different. An imposter world where the forest itself is watching. Another gate.
Another gate. You know what to do. Stay back. You have to open it. It's not safe. Don't listen to them. Listen, don't.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
What does it mean? Which ravens? Can't you see?
I always try, no matter what, I always try and turn right around and just be like, yeah, they just fucking have it lined up right there.
I hear something.
If you hear the soul of Valravan, follow it, and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions. You can't always trust your eyes.
You don't like that, do you?
The song. Valravan. Valravan's song. Listen, focus, listen. He's gone. He disappeared. Where did he go? You lost. Where is he? It's not your fault.
Is she lost? Wouldn't be the first time. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off berries, roots, and rabbits. It's not uncommon, you see. We call such a person a Gelt. Some, like truth, become Gelts in search of penance. Others, like Senua, to purge a curse. Those who make it back are forever changed.
She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. How can she get up? It must be magic. Dark magic. A trick. Raven. Tricking her. Raven. How can she get up? Wait. It's him. Dark magic draws her closer. It's not.
I hate when they call her stupid. It makes me mad.
She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic. It's an illusion.
Such a unique experience this whole game is. Let's see. Is this Raven?
We picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the woods, a creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without warning. A deep, primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
You're in danger. Shh. She can't go in there. Valravan, he's there. She can't go in. Has to find another route.
Truth says there's always another route.
Find a way, Senua. Go round.
Find your own path.
There's a different way.
Battle arena. Yeah.
Too slow. Finish this.
Behind you! Ooh-wee. So I'm like, if I can get one of these fucking...
You're close.
I knew it. Just me, you know, buddy. You have all your fucking friends here to help you anymore? Get up, Senua. Up.
She's hurt. She won't make it. This far, she
Ooh. Thank you. I'm gonna finish this Valraven fight, and then I'll call it an episode,
The
so
Northmen say that
I
Odin
should
and
be
his
able to
brothers killed
make it
Ymir,
before my
and
headphones
that the
die.
world of men was
My
formed from his
goddamn
corpse.
butt, it's so numb.
They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
The creation story.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything. Turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
The rain sounds awesome.
The song. Hellraveling. Hellraveling's song. It's over here. It's over here. Is that? It's over there. No, it's here. There's two. Listen, focus. Listen. It's magic. It's magic. It's an ocean. She's been in the forest like this before. This reminds her of somewhere. The forest. Where? Which forest? Forest in the wilds. The wilds. She left Green. She went to the wilds a long time ago. Why did she go to the wilds? She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own darkness. Did she beat her darkness? No. It nearly killed her, but she tried. Druth helped her. If it wasn't for Druth, she'd be dead. She can't beat her own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian. She came to beat her own darkness and marry Dillian. But it didn't work. She thought her curse would affect him. She thought her curse would spread to him. She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too. She nearly died. She thought the curse made her tainted. Druth helped her.
What? Yeah. I know, the cycles of self-doubt and yeah, the ravens.
like displays how you like break yourself down when you're trying to do something.
What's that?
I just said it really displays how you break yourself down when you're trying to do something.
Right.
The ravens.
The ravens.
They've gone.
They've gone.
No.
Half of them have gone.
They've gone.
Some are still here. But where? Some are still there.
Oh, ravens.
He's not helping.
It's a trick.
Quiet, quiet. I can't think.
Out in the wilds. In the cold winter woods.
Where have they gone?
She no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. But she remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become part of her.
Gotta ever use the magic.
Open it.
She has to.
Not from this side.
Shut the fuck. There's a portal over here. So that made that wall disappear. Look at that side shuffle. It's awesome.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last he saw the runes below him. He gave a cry and gathered them in his mind and learnt them. Then he fell from the tree.
Okay. I need to get over there, I guess, to this tunnel. I think. Maybe I'm missing something, but... Oh, I see. Yep, so I needed to replace that wall. I opened that door, put the wall back. Now I can go and use the wall to walk across.
ravens. They were what? No.
There's three.
There's three.
Where have they gone?
Because she didn't want us.
Looking back, I was so naive to think she could banish it on her own. The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all. And in the gloom, the smallest hints of shape, sound, and thought grow in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws.
There it is.
Broke. The gate is open. Open. You did it.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness. It's like it doesn't want to kill her. Yet, it will gnaw at her, biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Dillian before her time comes?
It's actually him. Oh, maybe it's not. Another fight circle.
Overcome Valravan's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
That's how I came in. There we go.
Speak to me, Drew. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. When he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth.
Oh.
The man that I am now. And though Findan
So his name used to be
never set
Findan.
eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
Findan. I always told Rachel that if we get another dog to play with Annie, I think Senua would be a sweet name for her. Oh shit. It's okay, Senua.
Broken. The gate is open.
This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me.
You're still here. Are you too? Where are we? I remember. It didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, it strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back. But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
and she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you. I see you now. You led me to the wild.
Oh my god.
You trapped me there. Try
Where's he going?
Hopefully that doesn't fuck up. Who knows?
She's so
controller died in the middle of the last fight.
She's injured. She's not gonna make it.
Back up, back up, back up. What the fuck?
Go.
Too fast.
Need a little help from your buddies here, huh? Without Robin. God, can you imagine the stress of being in a one-to-one fight with swords to the death? Let's go, boys. Here you go. So,
Down! Oh!
You're safe. Focus. Not over yet.
Son of a bitch.
I never beat you in the wilds, did I? It was an illusion. But not this time!
The mark of Valravan. One of the keys to the gate to Helheim.
Get him,
Hold
girl.
it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for Druth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
All right.
When she was younger,
Valravan down.
she'd lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And there she saw them. Elusive. Shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. The trees. The mountains. Caves. I wonder, can you see the faces too? They're there, if you look for them.
Mother?
Senua, you have the sight. Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld. The underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
Did you see her? That was her mother, Galina. She was a priestess, a healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the world. Like she's still watching over her. She misses her so much.
I also love like this idea of making such a fierce warrior like so vulnerable and like emotional, you know. I think a lot of people have tried to explore it, you know, the soft side of our hero or whatever, but I just feel like this does it in such an interesting way. It's sort of like philosophical.
And the mark of Surt, you may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Why is she waiting? Open the gate. Open the gate. No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't. She's done it. It's so dark. It's dark. The darkness. Only the dead may cross. Only the dead may cross into hell.
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved. In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears, to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. He fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home.
No!
They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering worse than death. And you wanted to surrender, abandoning to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
Alright, y'all. I guess that's where we're gonna stop this. The powerful story of Senua and her struggle with PTSD and her demons inside of her brain after living through tragedy of having her loved one blood eagle while she left to find herself. Fuck, I love this game. I just think it's so intense. The voices and the doubt and the constant feedback cycle and the way that they present it all, it's fantastic. So this is gonna be a short series. I think it might only be this week. I'll probably try and just smash it out this week. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. There'll be more coming later on in the week. As always, just like my girl Senua here, I hope y'all are taking care of your health, your mental health. Things are oftentimes more difficult than we'd like them to be, and sometimes unrelenting, but you know, I know it doesn't help, but everybody goes through it. You know, it's tough sometimes to find bright spots when you're feeling really down, but life's always worth it. You know, if you're feeling that way though, try and find somebody to talk to a friend, family member, whoever's around. Anybody's willing to help you. Especially when people can see it. So I don't know. Listen, just like I always say, try and do some things that make you happy. Try and make peace with who you are and who you become. Improve if you can. Try and make improvements if you're not happy with who you are. But we're all just trying our best to move forward and be the best we can. So like I said, you're not feeling great, reach out, talk to somebody. Just in your daily life, try and find some things that bring you peace and happiness, even if it's just, like I said, little walks, coffee, reading books, watching your animes, playing your games, whatever it is, pursue those things relentlessly. So love y'all. We'll talk to y'all later. Have a good rest of your day. Take care of your brains. Peace. All right, y'all. Toodaloo.